How do I work with an older child that's trying to just be comfortable? The first milestone is always going to be lying down. Lying down and breathing are really the same thing. When you're working with your child, now, first of all, I know your child's bigger. You are not going to get the same by working above like this. You will push, right? To lie down, you need to let that system come down. So you sort of need to be underneath it. My suggestion would be clearing off the kitchen table, the dining room table, or even the couch or something to that effect, where you're putting your child a little bit higher, because this is the key thing that you're working on, right? I know we think of movement is we need them to get them to go, right? But she doesn't know how to lie down. You're just underneath, right? And you're working on that lying down. You're not going to push down on the system. You're underneath. If you're on top of the system, if you're going like that, they're going to startle. They're going to contract. And that's what we're trying to not get out of the CP. You need to do that with, so lying down directly is just this. And sometimes it's just a 1/16 of an inch. Because if they can't do this, they're not going to do this, right? And so every movement that she is making, like in the video, it's a fall, which leads to a fall prevention, because nobody wants to fall, right? So that's where she's uncomfortable. So it might take you literally 2 weeks. So when I started working with a client that I've seen now for like years, Cezadine, and it's so funny because he's like 5 moans, and 1 moan is just for my touch. If I touch him, I get, Felipe touches him, it's like, like, okay, you'll do, but it's not Michelle. But I say this because when he came to me, his scoliosis, and he's older, he was 17. But I realized that touch to him meant transport. Transport to him meant hurt. And he literally would, and people call that an overactive Moro. No, it's not. It's I don't want to be hurt. And it's just intelligence. But I literally had to just tell him, it's just me. I'm never going to pick you up. I'm never going to. And so that's all I did literally, was just let his system breathe out. It's just this gentle touch. And this is why I do the gentle. So if you're just here working, right? And you're literally, see how my water's moving just from me talking, right? I don't want that. How can I and that's why I teach the water bowl and all the courses. Like, how do I do this in a way and then come back up? But see, when I come back up, I'm not doing that. See how violent that is, right? I'm not doing that kind of touch. When I come back up, that's when my other hand also goes down. I want to level that. But you see where I'm at? I'm underneath this thing. If I was down doing it this way, this is just physics, guys. It's just, I'm not going to be as smooth, right? It's like playing pool. You're just going to be here, and you've got to just stabilize it. That's lying down, guys. Just like that. And then I've got to lie down and go the other way. And that's where you get weight transfer, right? It's just that simple, right? But again, if you touch like this, right? You can even hear it. This is what gets the CP going, and we don't want the CP to get going. And that's why we're doing these things. That's why your touch is there. So lift her up, and again, so the first is just working on the lying down, almost like a reverse CPR. It's just that gentle. Like if you're taking a rose and you're flowering, you're just bringing it down. You don't want to smush it. You don't want to touch it. You're just bringing them down. And then you're going to go to where, again, not up, it's down and it's down. But also too, I need to know where the hip x-ray is. And if you have not done a hip x-ray, you've got to get one. We need to see how compromised those hips are, because if we move her in a certain way and that's inflicting the pain or the jam from the pelvis, which is coming, we need to know how to redirect it to make, your child more comfortable. Thanks.